This is the full face of a makeup. I just don't want to think about how much I spent because I'm happy. That's what's important.
Girl, do you see what I just said there? That's a shopaholic right there. A ghost from my past, myself. What's up guys, it's Nick. As you know, I'm a recovered shopaholic, now a money mindset coach, empowering working professionals to overcome impulsive buying and fund their dreams into reality. So guys, medyo honestly kinakabahan ako sa video na to, but I thought it would be super funny to react to my past shopaholic self that I no longer recognize. The thing is, this video I'm gonna react to is last October 5, 2018, and that is 3 years ago, and I'm a whole different person. As you guys know, I now coach people to overcome impulsive buying, to get out of emotional spending so that they can really put in their money towards their dreams. So this video is the one I've been talking about where I spent 30,000 pesos over makeup, both affordable and high-end brands, and I feel like I'm gonna cringe even more watching this, so this is for your entertainment, I guess. So let's get into it, shall we? The earphones is on. This is it.
What's up guys, it's Nick, and today I'm gonna share with you guys the time when I blacked out and spent so much money on makeup I didn't even notice it.
First off, I still have the same introduction because I got used to what's up guys, it's Nick, and it's not a good sign if you blacked out because that means that you weren't mindful of your spending 3 years ago, me. So that's already a red flag for me. There you go.
Oh my god, let's do this. I'm eating it with guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I think I could cry just watching that. I remember editing that part. Oh my god. These are like tears of tawang-tawa sa sarili ko. Because I remember, so that was a time when I went to the US with my family, with my relatives, and then I swear, yung number 1 to-do list ko is like, kailangan kong bilhin lahat ng mga gusto kong makeup and skincare sa Sephora. And so every single Sephora I would see, I would literally go in it as if kala mo nag-iiba yung laman, pare-parehas lang naman, but it was that excitement in me that, because as a student, I mean, I had allowance to buy the necessary things, but then it wasn't enough for me to like buy the brands that I wanted. And so when I got the money na, because I was already working, I was like, I am going to buy everything. Literally. And honestly, at that time, hirap pa ako no na mag-stick within the budget that I had. Honestly, talagang pinrepare ko yung sarili ko that I was gonna spend a lot. So it was a combination of pocket money, cash that I had, and also credit card.
But kidding aside, I'm so happy with the products that I was able to buy from Sephora and Walmart when I went to Canada, because most of these products are either too expensive when you buy it here in the Philippines, or they're just not available here.
So that was when we went to both Canada because nandun majority ng relatives namin, and then US because my brother was there. And I just made it my mission that I was gonna buy all of the brands and products that were expensive here in the Philippines that I've always wanted to try. So I went to Sephora and Walmart.
So when I went to Sephora, Walmart, and seen all of the makeup that I'm super into, I just had to grab a lot.
No. What the hell was that? Ay, nako, Nick.
But just so you know, I did have a wish list. I did not just like grab and go and just like swipe my credit card and just wish for the best.
Well, yeah, kudos to me. I had a wish list of like, it was a very long wish list that in the end I wasn't able to buy all of it, but still it was like a long wish list. And even though I did not get into debt because of all that, that was still like a lot of money over beauty products.
I reviewed a lot of the products before I bought them, and I had a list of the things that I wanted to buy for the longest time. But yeah, I'm gonna share with you guys the makeup haul that I bought, and I'm going to also apply them on my face. And this is the completed makeup look that I got out of it, and I am so happy with how it turned out. It's like smoky but gluey, and I love it.
I I used to forget how I would describe makeup looks. I remember then na naubusan na talaga ako ng descriptions how to describe my makeup looks. And up to this day, I still love makeup, by the way. I just have like really good staple products, and I still have both high-end and affordable makeup brands that I have right now that I use on my face.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but before anything else, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now and click that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos.
Well, that's something that we are both still aligned with.
So yeah, I'll shut up now and let's get into the video.
And yes, I still do that thing because I just got used to it.
Okay, so first, actually in terms of skincare, I bought two, and it's an under eye cream. First off, this one is ginormous. You don't see it, probably can't compare it to the usual, but this is the Clinique All About Eyes eye cream. I am happy that I was able to get a...
Okay, so here's the tea. Okay, although I did like that Clinique eye cream before, because I have like dark circles problem, as you can tell, and that's why I love eye creams at that time. And you know what I realized? Okay, recent lang to. I actually had that recently, but then I wasn't able to finish it anymore. I decided to give it to my mom instead. But it's because I realized that, so I researched about it and I heard an esthetician said that basically the same ingredients in a moisturizer is just packaged in a smaller container in an eye cream, but more expensive. So because of that, I really found a good moisturizer that is so like rich and like moisturizing that I don't need another eye cream for my eyes. So I literally just use my moisturizer around my eyes and there you go. And that exactly did the same thing, and I didn't have to spend a separate tube or container for it. So I'm actually gonna talk about that moisturizer in my next video.
For the second eye cream, okay, so I had high hopes for this. This is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado because I've watched YouTubers use this for the longest time and I've wanted to get my hands on it, and I finally did. I think I used this twice. And after that, I've gotten like really bad bumps under my eyes, like really bad allergy.
There you go. There you go. That's what happens when you blindly just follow recommendations online, because you never know how it's going to work for your skin. And that's like 1,600 pesos that I again ended up giving it to my mom because I used it twice and the allergic reaction was so terrible. When I share this, it's kind of similar to when you hear financial advice online, right? Because you think like, okay, that envelope method worked for them, daily tracking worked for them, it must work for me too. And it doesn't mean that's the exact case, because your situation is different, your goals are different, your income is different. That's why it's super important for me to personalize my coaching to my clients, because I cannot assume that one person is going to have the same, expenses and the same savings as another person. What matters is that you personalize it, you customize it to your own goals and to your own dreams. So if you're ready to overcome impulsive buying for good and fund your dreams to reality, just like I did and how my clients have done it, then check out the link in my bio to learn more about my one-on-one coaching program.
We can start with primer. So the one that I bought is the Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. Yeah,
I used it for a few times, didn't finish it, sayang pera ko.
For foundation or like overall coverage on the skin, I have 3 complexion products. First is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. So I've been wanting to try this out. It's kind of that lightweight tinted moisturizer.
In fairness naman yun, I mean, I actually used that up. It's just that right now, I actually use a different tinted moisturizer or foundation. So I'm just gonna share what I have, which I've been using for a long time now, is either the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer for like light skin foundation days, and if I want like a full face of foundation, which is like when I shoot videos, I use the Shiseido Synchro Skin foundation. So those are my holy grail base products, and I don't really plan on using anything else, because if it works, why change it?
Next is, like, I had to swallow a lot to get this foundation because it is probably the most expensive foundation that I ever bought. And this is the Argus Vanish Foundation Stick. So it comes in this packaging right here and it really looks luxurious.
2,300 pesos for a stick foundation. Nilunok ko yun.
Next is concealer. So I bought two. This one in the pot right here is the Bobbi Brown Corrector in the shade Extra Light Peach Bisque.
Used that like 3 times, did not work for me. 1,500 pesos gone.
Ever since I started doing makeup, like I've always wanted to get this. It's just the go-to concealer of most YouTubers when I started like getting into makeup. And finally, I got my hands on it.
There you go. That's why I've been wanting to buy that. There's this, okay. I remember, okay, I was just to keep it real because like my dark circles has always been like my insecurity. And I remember like when I was in high school that it was really a big deal for me because obviously we're teenagers, we're at the peak of our insecurities and all. And I would just see YouTubers using that Bobbi Brown eye corrector. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna be like a whole better looking person if I had that. I just wanted to buy that for my high school self who wasn't able to afford it. You know, I guess may mga bagay lang talaga na pag nabili mo tapos you're like, okay, tapos ito pala yun. So, mali yung shade na nabili ko. That's why. So, hindi ko siya masyadong nagamit. Sometimes we buy things because of like, there's just this memory that we attach to it, a sentimental value that we attach to it. And sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it ain't.
So I bought the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. So this one is also being raved about and I want to try it out myself. So it's like ginormous for a concealer because it's supposed to like not just be for concealer, like all over the face if you wanted to, like for highlight, retouching and all that.
Oh my god, girl, you put too much concealer. What the hell was that? So, that concealer is actually a holy grail of mine. I still use that because ang dami niyang product and the coverage is really good, but it's not also like heavy. But 2018, Nick, you put too much. Like today, I only put like, I do like just few dots here, as in literally so small. But it does the job. Don't put concealer like that.
Flat. For blush, I did not expect that I bought this much blush as if I have so many cheeks to color for the rest of my life. My gosh, it's embarrassing. I bought 1, 2, 3, 5 blushes. Who buys 5 blushes all at the same time?
Apparently, 5 yung pisngi ko. Di ba? Kasi kailangan ng 5 blush. Ay, Diyos ko, Nick.
And then I bought 2 blushes from the Burt's Bees blush line.
Yeah, in fairness, those blushes are good. I still have those. It's just that I had to stop using it because I realized that I had other blushes pa. On top of the 5 blushes I bought, I had other blushes in my stack. So I'm actually using up like the blushes that I've had for so many years because nobody needs 5 blushes, girl.
I was just so curious about it because the butter line is always raved about.
My reasoning for buying these things, it's always like, it's raved about, it was highly recommended, people always talk about this. That's what happens when your benchmark is always like people around you, you know, because you're always focused on like, okay, people say that this is so good, this is so good. At that time, I would constantly watch makeup and skincare hauls and all that. And so obviously, my behavior would be like listing down all the products that I would like based on the recommendations. And I guess that's something to learn is like, what you consume online will most likely affect your purchasing behaviors.
For highlight, I bought 4.
4 highlighters for my cheeks.
I also got a highlight palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills from their glow kit. So I've always wanted to try this one because their glow kits in general have really positive reviews.
Hi, 2,200. And again, by the way, I also didn't end up using a lot of that. I also ended up giving it to my mom. There you go.
First, I bought a lid primer from Smashbox. This is in the shade Light. The one who's always been recommending this is Casey Holmes from YouTube. So I always watch her because she's super oily and basically if it works for her, then it's most likely going to work on me because I am an oily girl.
In fairness, if there's anything to learn about what I said, is that it's really good to benchmark like what you need to buy from someone who has a similar situation as you. So like what I did was like someone who is oily, so mga products that would last on her would most likely last on me. And in fairness, that Smashbox one was good naman talaga. It's just that right now I use the NARS eye primer, which is better. But same thing applies. It's like in terms of how we also absorb financial advice is make sure that you listen to someone who you can relate with, like you have a similar situation as that person. For example, if you're a working professional who is just starting to think about investing, you probably don't want to follow the advice from someone who already has so many investments and follow exactly where they invest on, the stocks that they invest on, because they are already in the advanced level of when it comes to investments. So think about it like if you are in the same level or same situation as someone you are trying to get advice from, so that you know that it's most likely going to be applicable to you. As I mentioned earlier, I want to make sure that I personalize my coaching to my clients so that the systems that they have really work for their personal goals.
Set that primer immediately with the Tartelette Flirt palette, and it's really cute because it's really small. Like, it's super travel friendly. Like, I feel like everything that you need in, like, you know, in a few shades, like you can have it in this palette.
In fairness naman, that palette is really good also. I actually suggest having like an eyeshadow palette na isa lang. I actually have just one eyeshadow palette with 4 shades in it that I use almost every single day, and it works fine. If you are into eyeshadow, I suggest just one is totally fine. I had like 10,000 eye palettes before, and not all of them were really used. And sayang.
But what I needed to buy is a lip gloss because I feel like I need more lip gloss in my collection.
Girl, you don't need more lip glosses. You have so many lipsticks at that time. In fairness, maganda naman kasi talaga siya. Pero hindi ko na siya ginagamit. Kasi eventually, binigay ko ulit sa mom ko.
This is the full face of a makeup. I just don't want to think about how much I spent because I'm happy. That's what's important.
Girl, do you see what I just said there? I don't even want to think about how much I spent because as long as I'm happy. That's a shopaholic right there. You should think about how much you spend because it's gonna bite you in the butt eventually. A ghost from my past, myself.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and click that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!
Well, there you go, you guys. I hope this also shows you that if you relate to my shopping habits before, that's also possible for you to get out of it. And if you want to learn more tips from me on my journey from shopaholic to now being a money mindset coach, then check out these 2 videos, because if you enjoyed this one, you're definitely gonna enjoy these as well. So see you there.